Williams Bay is a large bay along the western main road at the entrance to the Chaguaramas Peninsula. Chaguaramas is located in the northwestern part of Trinidad and is an approximate 15,572-acre region that includes a 5-mile long peninsula, 5 offshore islands, and several bays. Chaguaramas Peninsula was so named by the Amerindians because of the royal palms that flourished there. It is only a 20-minute drive from the Port of Spain, which is Trinidad and Tobago's capital. During World War II, the British laid the Chaguaramas Peninsula to the US for use as a naval base. Because of this, all landowners in the area were displaced. The British also made some changes to the environment in the area as they dredged bays and changed the topography by filling land, constructing drains, and creating roads. Trinidad and Tobago reobtained the peninsula in 1971, and it was later designated as a Natural Heritage Park in 1975 with the aim of conserving and protecting biodiversity and the preservation of ecological, historical, and archaeological resources. The beach at Williams Bay is approximately 1.1 kilometers long and is made up of a mixture of sand and pebbles. The bay is usually clear. However, in the rainy season, it sometimes becomes turbid because of sediments and debris which are brought down by the river. The beach is shallow with wide intertidal flats, making it suitable for swimming. Williams Bay is influenced by the Gulf of Paria and shares its characteristic slow currents. Some of the attractions of William Bay include the boardwalk, marinas, restaurant and club, food and toy vendors, and rental facilities. The Western Main Road facilitates movement to the area. While this does have some socio-economic benefits, as it allows access to the area so people can utilize it for recreation and vendors can generate income, there are also some disadvantages of as this road reduces the amount of habitat available for wildlife. In order for the road to have been built, vegetation, which plays a vital role in flood control, had to be removed. Other functions of the vegetation in the area include the removal of pollutants from air. This is an important feature of the trees, considering that the road itself increases the amount of vehicular traffic to the area, and emissions from vehicles are known to compromise air quality. In addition to cleaning the air, the vegetation also releases oxygen which the beach users and other life forms in the area utilize. Another importance of the tree is their role in the hydrological cycle through the process of evapotranspiration. The vegetation also interacts with the abiotic factors of the environment such as the water, soil, light, and nutrients for primary productivity which sustains life. The role of the vegetation as a carbon sink and their function as habitats for birds and wildlife must not be overlooked. The boardwalk is bordered on one side by a grassy slope and on the other by the seashore. This boardwalk is 1,300 feet long and it starts in the middle of the bay and continues until the Chaguaramas police post. In keeping with the theme of a national park, efforts have been made to make the area ecologically friendly. For instance, the boardwalk, seating, security booth, and garbage bins are all made from recycled plastic, and the lighting for the area is solar powered. Another feature which attracts visitors to the park is the strategically placed Wi-Fi hotspots. To cater for the persons who visit the boardwalk, a paid car park is across the street and in close proximity to the forest. This is an example of edge effect, as the human presence and heavy vehicular traffic in the area is a disturbance to the wildlife which occupy the forest and may cause them to disperse from the area which result in the loss of biodiversity. There are food vendors, toy vendors at the western end of the bay. These food vendors offer a wide variety of food to the visitors of the park. However, if not properly managed, the grey water generated from the kitchen poses a threat to the health of the environment as it may enter the bay and it result in nutrient loading. This increased level of nutrients will potentially lead to algal blooms and block much needed sunlight from aquatic plants. When these plants and algae die, the oxygen in the water will be depleted through the process of decay, and this may lead to the killing of many aquatic animals, including the fish that the recreational fishers fish. On the eastern end of the bay, there are kayak rentals, bicycle rentals, and jet ski rentals. While these recreational activities are enjoyable to the visitors of the area, they too pose some threats to the marine environment. Jet skis, for instance, may produce noise pollution and disturb marine life. These water vehicles may also cause some damage to sensitive habitats and cause compacting of the areas and destruction of vegetation from which they are regularly launched. Additionally, this may result in the increase of localized turbidity. Behind the beach is a large grassy area that is used for windball cricket games. At the eastern end of the bay is a portable toilet. A concern about the development of the beach is the negative impacts of improper management of waste and runoff from land and water-based activities. Some possible sources of pollution to Williams Bay include discharge from broken sewer lines on land that contaminate nearshore waters of the beach through seepage into the underground natural drainage system. Another possible source of contamination is wastewater from sewage tanks and compounds near to the beach or near to rivers that flow into the beach, which may contain pollutants from industrial and recreational activities. Rivers such as the Kisa River drains the Tucker Valley and may gather fertilizers from the farms in the area. Wastewater from nearby establishments and garbage left behind on the beach may also contaminate the water. These may lead to an increase in nutrient loading in Williams Bay. The Chaguaramas area is also vulnerable to oil and diesel spills occurring in other parts of the Gulf of Paria because of the prevailing currents. The impacts of pollutants on Williams Bay are made worse by the oceanographic conditions, which are characterized by low current speeds. This low speed further facilitates settlings of pollutants in the bay. The yachting industry in Chaguaramas is also believed to have some negative impacts on Williams Bay as it contributes to the presence of heavy metal, sewage, and solid waste pollution. Pier 1 is one of the several establishments which operate in Chaguaramas area. One of the cumulative effects of several entertainment centers in one small area is the increase in traffic which often leads to jams in the area. This is a major concern especially in the carnival season when several establishments host events simultaneously. This increased traffic contributes to both air and noise pollution, which may disturb whatever species inhabit the area. Another impact of Pier 1 on the other establishments nearby is the discharge of sewage and grey water, which may end up in the waterway and adversely affect the marine species. As highlighted in the sketch, the various subsystems represented by Williams Bay play an important role in the water cycle. The marine, terrestrial, and atmospheric environments all interact to influence the local weather. Water is evaporated by solar energy from the ocean and vegetation and condensed to form clouds. Precipitation then occurs and is absorbed by the flora and fauna in the area and so sustains life.